welcome back to Goddess Guidance, or welcome if you're new here. We're going to be doing a reading today to help you gain some information about how to take care of yourself right now. So pile 1 is clear quartz, pile 2 is an amethyst tower, and pile 3 I believe is celestite. Use your intuition, your guidance system, your gut, or just whatever one sounds like the most fun or interesting. And we'll get started with pile 1. Okay, if you chose the clear quartz, what messages do you need to hear? I don't know if this is for me or for pile 1 as well. I just want to say it. I'm hearing lighten up. There's this energy about lightening up, so we're gonna see what that's about maybe. Ooh. Yeah, okay.
Not too many cards. Pile 1, what do they need to know?
Okay, so lighten up for me relates back to the animals. I feel like animals are very on a, like they have depth, and more depth usually than people tend to assume that they have, but also they go about their lives in a more simple way than we tend to. So connecting with animals can help you recognize and see how, maybe reflecting on what your life is like and how can you make it more simple and lighten things up a little bit more. So lighten up is also coming through as not just like a playful energy, but as well maybe there is a kind of like a baggage vibe going on for you right now, where you're feeling a little heavy and weighed down, and your intuition has probably been sending you messages and guidance about like it's time to let this go. You don't need this anymore. I'm not sure what this is going to be for you because I'm trying to make this more of a general reading, but you're being guided intuitively, and I feel like you're probably intuitively guided to this reading as well. Let's see. Sound healing, yeah. So the lighten up is coming through again. Yes, there are sound bowls in this picture, and that could be something that helps you feel. Saying more resonated, but I'm getting that connection of resonating as in like how sound waves can change your vibration. There could be some like misalignment in your aura is actually what I'm getting. I feel like whether you believe it or not, everything is energy, and your auric field can touch other auric fields, and maybe that can kind of distort your colors is what I'm getting. It affects your auric field as well. And not that you need to stop that from happening, but just like it's a rebalancing of your own energy and a a recentering. Nothing wrong with having different energies collaborate and combine and what have you. The sound healing lighten up message that I was getting earlier was just like somatic kind of fun music, or what is that called? So like chakra sound healing as well is coming through for an option for you. Having some kind of like rhythmic beats that help you, and like shaking out your limbs and stomping your feet and making noise like ah and it'll feel kind of silly, which is part of the lighten up. Like lighten up, it's not that serious. Lighten up, this could be really good for you. Even if you feel silly, this could be good for you. Want this one? No, I want this one. Yeah. You may feel tired after doing that as well. As somatic sound healing, that's coming through very clearly now. As well as just like you're tired, you're feeling exhausted from this baggage and that energy that I was feeling earlier. And it's okay to rest. If you use rest as kind of an escapism from the heaviness of sometimes being awake can feel like, that's okay. That's okay, because it helps. That can be a way for you to recalibrate your energy, and that's okay. That's what they're saying. It's okay. This is the last one. Yeah, that's so funny because I was I was kind of resisting giving another message that was coming through, and I'm like, no, blah blah. So what I was feeling earlier was about the animals and connecting with them, and how they live their lives. And I feel that animals have an easier time recalibrating their energy, partially because they can connect with the earth, like they have that time, space, or they're always outside, some animals, right? So taking a walk, breathing the fresh air, seeing the views, I was gonna say viewing the views, seeing the views and watching the animals that are not domesticated and just wild, like birds. Maybe you'll see a fox, things like that, and seeing how the plants are transitioning with the seasons as well. Even if it doesn't make you feel or help you feel immediately recalibrated or better than you have been, it's a step in the right direction, is what I'm hearing for you guys. And I want to get one more card, this deck, from a different deck.
Final message for pile 1.
Final message. Woo! Both, yeah. They said both. Give them both. There's potentially a trip. And now I hear going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. But I also feel it's just like being out of the spaces that you're routinely in. So vacationing somewhere different than you usually are. Doesn't have to be drastic or expensive as well. It could just be somewhere local to you, and you don't have to stay overnight anywhere else. Although if you feel inspired or intuitively guided to do that, listen to your intuition. You're capable financially, as well as with your time, to do that. Whatever you decide in that way, your future is bright. I feel that things are just going to keep getting better for you. In this context, the grass is going to be greener where you're heading. They're just saying don't stress. And now I'm also hearing the don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Some music like that as well, to shake your limbs out to, or just to bop your head or lay on the ground and soak that kind of energy in, even if you're not feeling that inside. That's going to help you recalibrate it. I wish you guys all the best, and I hope this provided some clarity and support for you. And don't forget to leave a comment below if this resonated, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye. Hello, group 2. If you chose the Amethyst Tower, this reading is going to potentially be for you.
What is group 2's messages?
Showing this top one. Whoa. This one as well. Yes, okay. Well, ain't that just so funny? So your initial message to start off here is connect with crystals. Also, I'm being drawn to the number 11 on this card. It could be significant for you. If you vibe with the numerology, you could be a life path 11, which becomes 2 as well. Okay, I'm feeling I need another card to get a stronger idea of what this message is.
Group 2, this one. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, I need to move this over so you can see, but 11, 33, and 55. What's 7, 8, 9, 10? And this is 11 again if you add the 7 and the 4, so that is too funny. 11, 11. Very cool. I feel like you guys might be spiritual or religious or practice deity work as well. I feel like if you picked the amethyst crystal, you also connect very highly or intuitively with crystals and with kind of energy magic in a way. And I'm getting the image of somebody who, so they're wearing kind of a typical witch's hat. You could stereotype to say they're like Wiccan or pagan, but it's not so much spirituality in the simply energy sense, I feel like there's spell work that you might do as well. Or you're somebody that's drawn to this and you're intrigued by these kind of practices, and you're kind of exploring that right now. But for self-care right now, how you can take care of yourself is to recognize that crystals do have energy and different energy that can benefit you and support you with what's going on for you right now that's feeling probably difficult or confusing. I'm feeling more mental confusion from you guys rather than something physical happening. Although I know your brain is a physical thing. Maybe some brain fog occurring for you. I just felt kind of immediately lost or confused starting this reading, and I was like, I need more information. I'm getting also the message that both these people have tattoos, and you could have tattoos as well, and the tattoos you do have are quite intentional. That could also be a spell work, or they always have meaning for you, and rather than like, oh, I just wanted it for fun, you're like, no, I need it to have purpose, I guess. And I'm seeing that that show, what is it, City of Bones, and they draw ruins on themselves for the spell work, if I can remember correctly. You could resonate with that show or enjoy that show or movie, whichever. Making this vision board, bringing your desires more to a physical place, something that you can actually see, is going to benefit you more than just picturing it in your mind constantly. It's kind of like how it's better to speak out loud about things and process things out loud rather than just thinking it constantly in your head, because it can be perceived differently when it's spoken aloud or when it's physical or viewed outwardly. It's just a different perspective is what they're kind of saying. If you're feeling like a mental fog, I know it says write a gratitude list, but I'm feeling like more of the journaling aspect of this card. Ooh, actually, combining these two kind of ideas, having a kind of like a scrapbooky journal will really benefit you, again, because it's getting those things outside of yourself. I feel like you're very internalized. You may be kind of like, I'm gonna go it alone, I'm gonna handle this by myself. I can deal with it by myself. Either because that's just your past experience, it hasn't been positive or helpful for you to ask for help from outward sources, or it's just something that your mind has told you like it's not safe to do that. I feel like I want one more card to help round this off, but the journaling is going to help you, again, just like get it out of you instead of having that energy feel stuck, which I feel like with the crystals will help as well with that. So like holding crystals close to you to kind of like help draw that energy outside, as well as doing, so YouTube has quite a few different videos of sound healing, and I feel like finding one and using your intuition to guide you is going to help release that energy as well. Yes. Ground yourself. Okay, so I feel like it's less about literal womb, connecting with that, more sacral and the root chakras. These cards are going together also because they both have rainbows. Isn't that too funny? Sound healing specifically for root and or sacral chakras is something that will also help you feel a little more, I don't really know how else to put this, but grounded. As well as looking into what crystals connect with those two spaces as well. And I feel that we need to get another card. So your closing out message.
Is one final card for group 2, please.
And this top one. Okie, last quarter moon. I need to look at the book for that. If you can look at your calendar or research online about what phase of the moon it is currently for you right now, or what's coming up, or what has just passed. Okay, for this card, I'm actually going to read from its book. It's safe to slow down. It takes trust to relax into the process of growth, manifestation, and personal expansion. The last quarter moon opens the space for you to deepen trust in yourself and the cycle of life. If you want to read that yourself as well. This is a time of slowing down and turning inward, which is funny because I mentioned how inward I feel like you guys are. Just as the moon is not always full and bright, you too are allowed to wane and release into moments of stillness. Be sure to build open spaces into your schedule when possible and put self-care at the top of your priority list, which is great because the cards underneath are self-care oracle cards. Any resistance you feel towards slowing down is a helpful clue for your growth. Acknowledge and sit with it for a moment, then take the vital step of reprogramming any beliefs you hold that make you feel you need to prove your worth through productivity or habits that push you to forget you are enough just as you are. Begin this process by simply pausing and finding a way to connect with nature. While observing Mother Nature and her cycles, a new truth about the beauty of the last quarter moon and its importance will emerge and soothe you. The journal prompt, or what I like to consider just to ask myself aloud, is, in what area of my life do I most desire to slow down? And then intuitively seeing what the answer is that comes through. Although since you did kind of have like a journaling vibe come through already. So I hope these messages helped you feel supported and a little more clear about how to take care of yourself. Please give this video a thumbs up to support the channel and comment below if it did resonate for you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hello group 3, if you chose what I believe is Celestite, this reading could be for you.
Group 3. Group 3. How can they take care of themselves?
I feel like your nervous system has been shaken up and restless for quite a long time. I'm hearing years, potentially decades, depending on how old you are as well. That feels rough. It feels rough. And also because, so the crystal was shaking, right, when we started off, and I was feeling like the message was something shaking up. But now that that message, other messages come through, it's just like you've been shaken. You are on rocky, energetic terrain kind of energy. Nourish your temple. You could be a veggie, so what I mean by that, if it's not clear, is just that you're vegetarian or vegan or plant-based in your diet and how you feed yourself. And if you're not that, maybe you like to have a more of an even combination of veggies with starchy what was that word? Starchy carbohydrates? Oh my god, I can't speak. And or like meats and things as well. You like to balance that with more veggies or pancakes and a lot of fruit, things like that. Even though I feel like your nervous system is shaken, you do still find a way to take care of yourself pretty well. There could be quite intense social anxiety for you that you experience, and it makes you feel quite isolated, either because literally you don't travel outside of the safe spaces or the spaces that you've deemed to be safer, or you do travel outside and you just feel very insecure isn't the right exact word, but kind of just like your system doesn't feel settled when you do. This one as well. Oh my god. So I'm getting that part of that Alanis Morissette song where she's like, I got one hand in my pocket. They're skipped, like they're ending it there, but the message just is like having something in your back pocket, whether it's literally a crystal or something that helps you feel more soothed, like this is there and you can touch it or kind of feel it in your pocket and you're like, right, I'm okay, right, I'm safe, right, this is here and I'm protected. Okay, there's a story that's coming through, kind of somebody that's at work or in an environment where they feel unsettled and they have to be there for a certain amount of time. So they write this message to themselves or an affirmation that's like, okay, I get to go home, or I get to go to my safe space in X amount of hours, and this experience that is comforting or soothing for me is waiting for me. So you get to look forward to something and you know that you feel good about it. It could be a really nourishing meal, like you bought food that helps you feel more balanced and you're looking forward to eating that. Or you have a pet at home and you're like, they're waiting for me and I'm looking forward to seeing them, even though this feels really hard right now. I feel like this is your last card. Actually, one more. I'm feeling unclear about that message.
Okay, clarify that card, please. Yes, this one.
Okay. So what they're saying is build strength in the solitude. Even though the reason that you're in so much solitude could be because of anxiety or anxious tendencies, it builds strength within that because it's an opportunity, or if you're able to view it as an opportunity. So view it as an opportunity to build your intuitive strength and to maybe do some practices that help you feel stable on your own. And there's nothing wrong with wanting community. There's nothing wrong with wanting more connection, especially if you feel like you're like energetically deprived of that. But how can we turn this around even though this kind of sucks? Even though this is kind of shitty, you know? Maybe you are surrounded by people, but you're feeling still disconnected as well. I feel like we want a closing card. I just want to point out how beautiful the back of these cards are. I love it.
Okay, what's the closing card for pile 3? Whoa, this one? Okay.
My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. Not to put so much pressure on you, because that can feel like a lot to be like, well, I'm in control and I'm effing it up because my thoughts are dominating, or these negative or stressful thoughts are dominating my mind, and I don't really know how to, not necessarily release them, but like kind of switch them out for things that feel better. Just do your best. What I'm hearing is just do your best. It's okay to have metaphorically rainy days, and I say that as the sun starts to come through. Constant sun is a desert. If it's constantly sunny, then it becomes a desert. So you need also the balance of rain. I also encourage you to take what maybe intuitively comes from these cards for you as well. Dragonflies could be a strong sign for you. Maybe you have a dragonfly tattoo, or this is kind of random, so and super specific. I feel like maybe there's a spot that you take a walk and you see a dragonfly and you're reminded of this reading, and it helps you a little bit to remember your personal strength and that you can be okay. You're gonna be okay. I really feel like you're gonna be okay. It was just 10:23 on the timer there, so 1, 2, 3, you're at the right place right now. Things are in alignment, basically, is the message. Okay, group 3, I hope that this was supportive and brought some clarity for you. If the messages resonated, please leave a comment below, and if you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.